Hi there, this is Manny with Classic Auto Repair. I'm going to show you on the new carburetor how to make adjustments so that you can keep it tuned when the idle gets out of adjustment or you feel like you need to increase the idle. One of the reasons to do that is when you run your air conditioning, it causes a drag on the engine from the belt drive system. This compressor will cause the engine idle to drop about 150 to 200 RPM. So there are occasions like during the summertime that you'll want to increase the idle to compensate for the compressor. However, it just kind of depends on how hot the day is, because the head pressure on this compressor can get up to 400 to 600 PSI, and that is going to cause a slight drag on the motor. So to do that, on the side of your carburetor here, you have, this is your linkage right here. This is what goes to the accelerator pedal. If you notice, right here is a screw right behind the linkage. So this is your movable linkage, and there's a screw right there with a slot in it. What you do is get yourself a long screwdriver. You could use a short one in there too, and then you're just going to want to take it into that screw and turn it a quarter turn. A quarter turn to the right will raise the idle about 75 RPM. That's where it was. If I went this way, it would reduce it by by about 75 RPM. So just little small increments. While the engine's running, it's better to do it because you can actually hear it change the base idle. So this is your base idle one, again, located on the right side of the linkage. The other one is called the cold start idle, and it's located underneath, and you have to tilt the accelerator pedal up, and then there's another screw right there. That screw adjusts the choke idle. On the side here, you'll see there's a little cam, and that cam rests on that screw I just showed you that was on the bottom. I have it adjusted, and during cold starts, the choke will close. This will come all the way closed, and the idle will be a little bit higher during those cold starts just to help the engine warm up. Then all you have to do is tap on the gas pedal, and it will go back to the base idle settings, which is the one that's controlled by the screw here. So again, two adjustments. Only one you have to worry about is usually this one here, the base idle adjustment right behind your throttle linkage here. The one on the bottom is for the choke. Other than that, I wouldn't touch anything else. These are your fuel mixture screws. I've already adjusted the fuel levels inside of the floats. This is your choke. It has a coil in there that controls this flapper. And when it's cold, this flapper is closed. So this choke here handles that and makes sure that it's open when it's hot and closed when it's cold. This wire goes to your ignition circuit and provides power to the coil, which heats up, and that's what turns, it rotates this flapper right here. Then you got your fuel filter here. I would probably change that out. It's nice when they're clear view because you can see any sediment that's building up, and you can see the color of the filter. As this turns brown, about 6 months to a year, auto parts store, pick yourself up a couple of filters, and I can provide you those numbers as well. Just ask me and I'll get you those O'Reilly's numbers that you can use. They make a Wix that is also a good filter that you should be able to get from any parts store. That's about it. There is no other adjustments necessary on this carburetor. I'm going to lubricate some linkage here, make sure everything's good. This is how stiff your pedal is, so this spring causes the tension and returns the throttle back to low setting. Had a couple of good road tests over the last couple of days, haven't seen any issues. Been keeping track of any fluid leaks or anything, and it's looking pretty dry. This has been setting here a couple of days, and it's looking pretty good there. This little puddle, you'll always have a puddle of water, and that is the condensation from your air conditioning is going to drain down here at the bottom of the case, and it's just going to drip down onto the ground. So you will have a small puddle anytime you run your air conditioning, just like you would on a new car. That's about it. I put a radiator cap on it. You had an old one on there, and I wanted to make sure that we're holding good pressure. It's a 16-pound cap, and that should keep you in good condition. You're going to want to keep this about halfway with antifreeze in it. And your brakes here, you just pop this over with a screwdriver and just make sure that it's about a 1/4 inch from the top. Check it about every 2 or 3 gas Phillips, just to make sure as you get to learn your vehicle, you need to make sure your brake system isn't having a leak or anything like that. Even though we have rebuilt the front of the brake system, the rears are original. However, they have had the wheel cylinders and brakes replaced recently. So they should be in good shape for a while. But again, it's a new vehicle for you, so you got to get used to it. And the best thing to do is normal maintenance inspections. Always check your oil, especially on this truck with the leaks. Keep an eye on this dipstick. Make sure that it's always in the full position. Add a quart right here. Just add a quart of oil anytime it needs it. I check my oil about every 3 Phillips, just to make sure everything is looking good. So every 3 gas Phillips of the tank, you want to check that stuff out. Make sure everything's in good working order. Electric fan is working good up here in the front, keeping everything nice and cool, which will make your air conditioning work better. I've completed, put all the hubcaps on it. I have all your parts here in the back. Your air cleaner, your original carburetor, the old trim plate, some odd and end parts that were part of the old carburetor, brakes, stuff so that you can just view, toss when you want. Maybe keep this belts behind the seat of your truck, just in case you ever spin a belt. You can always use a used one to get you home. Electrical system's all been checked. Everything is passing. You got brake lights, turn signals, park lights, circuits are all working correctly. You got the new tail light lens with the clips installed. So we're looking good. Feel pretty confident that it's ready to make the trip back home. And like I said, when it's a new vehicle to you, you're not going to want to make too many trips without doing full inspections and making sure you keep everything in working order. Just check fluid levels, check the air pressure on your tires. That should be about it. All right, well, thanks for watching. This is Manny at Classic Auto Repair.